G'day everybody, welcome to part 7 of the Team Associated B5M build series. Part 7 we will be assembling the transmission, so and if I can, or unless I have to move to part 8, I'll be assembling the slipper clutch system. But I mean, it looks like I'll be able to do it, have enough time to do it, because I don't like to have the videos go for too long. Anyway, so it's pretty straightforward, this is, so we'll get into it. I've gone ahead and done a couple of things. So what we'll do is we'll put our bearings, shaft in. This same thing, this because it's the mid motor setup, the motor is transverse as opposed to your traditional with the motor at the back. The motor is facing the opposite direction, so it's a 4-gear transmission instead of a 3-gear. So that just slides in like that. Now we have our a sleeve spacer that goes on to the top shaft, and that will just slide in quite easily. It would appear it seems that that bearing in here. Have to pull that out again. Okay, so that just slides in quite easily. So now we put bearings in to here, one in here. What I will do is I'll just take this out and I'll just use the shaft to push the bearing in like so. Alright, so that's that there. Now we put our ball diff in. Now pay attention to which way the diff has to go in. It doesn't really say which way it has to go in, but I'll have it go this way because it can affect, cause the diff itself from torque, can cause the diff to unwind. It has happened to me before. Okay, so that's that. Now we just, well, first of all, getting a little ahead of myself. I am excited, I'll be honest. I've been looking forward to building this kit, because I got this through Tower Hobbies. I've been looking forward to building this for ages. So we'll just put some grease in there. All the grease does, it just helps. It's just a little bit of preventative maintenance. It doesn't say to actually put grease in there, but I mean, I do it out of habit. And use your shaft. Use your driver to put the grease around better on the gears. Alright, just wipe the tip. Okay, so now we just a matter of putting it on. Pretty easy. Alright, now just pay attention to which way the screws have to go in. So they have to go in through this way. Okay, so we have all the screws go through here. Pretty straightforward. I'll use my power tool. Alright. think the batteries are going flat. Having said that though, it is fairly strong plastic. I think this is about ready to die. Alright, last one. Don't die me now. Pretty easy. Alright, so now next part is to put the motor plate on. As I said previously, pay attention to the orientation. We need some screws. So we'll just get some of these parts out here. First of all, what we'll do is we'll put on the chassis brace. Goes on there. So is it? Yes. Okay. Sorry, sometimes I have a habit of talking to myself. Alright, so that's that done. So now the next part is to put the motor plate on. Have to... Ooh! Ah! Stabbed myself. Which is a silly thing to do. Okay, so we will need... Just give me a second, folks. Just got to make sure I need all the screws. Alright, so I need 3 10mm screws. Alright, so that's that done. So now what we'll be going on to is building the slipper clutch assembly. So we'll just get the parts out and get all the parts necessary for it. Now you have to bear with me, folks, because I haven't, this is all new territory for me, so okay, so what we need is we'll need our spur gear, duh. I'm actually going to use the 69 tooth spur, because the spare one that in the unboxing you saw there were 2 spur gears. It's actually a 72 tooth. So, but I actually want the 69 tooth spur. Fortunately, because it's been in packaging for so long, it's not exactly flat. So, but I mean, over time that'll fix itself. All right, so this part here will go onto here. Put the spur gear on. Of course, the slipper pad comes undone. What I might do, it's not going to work. Just put it on firm like that, and just leave it flat down like that. All right. So now what we'll do is with the torque, put one in. It's actually quite interesting. So this will be, unless you've built one of these before, this will be new for us, both of us. Okay, so now we've got a plate that goes in there. Now we've got another pad. It's actually quite an interesting setup, really. And now, I see how it works. Alright, so now that okay, so that's how it works. Okay, oh well, that's interesting. Just slide it around, there we go, till it slides in. Okay, now we need this little washer. So now we put a spring on, this small washer, this nylock nut. Alright, so it says to do it so it's flush with the bolt. So okay, so there it is, folks. That's the transmission assembly all done. It's actually quite an interesting slipper clutch system. Be interesting to see how it actually performs, because like I said, I've got an original generation 1 B4, so be interesting how this variable torque slipper clutch system works. Looks pretty fancy. Anyway, folks, so that's that. Part 8 will be assembling. We'll tell you what, since we've got the time, we'll put this in now. Okay. Rather than space this build series out, let's get into it. So it just goes in like that. Okay, so we've got 2 long screws that have to go in through the bottom. Actually, that doesn't seem right. Just give me a quick second while I... okay, fair enough, fair enough. Just gotta hold it on this side here. Alright, so that's that one. Okay, next one. Alright, so that's that part done. So now we need 2 screws for it to go on top here. Alright, now we just need 4 screws to complete the assembly here, so put it in the hole. Of course they're just going to flop everywhere. Alright, fair enough. We'll just... Wow, that's gone flat. Alright, hydraulic. I'll definitely have to replace the batteries while I'm off the camera before I start the next part. Alright, last one. Have to do it like that. Whew, just give me a sec, folks. The joys of having RSI. Alright folks, that is the transmission and slipper clutch assembly, and it's installed onto the chassis. Okay, so stay tuned for part 8, where we will be building the rear hubs and the rear drive shaft assembly. Stay tuned everybody.